Hello class 10th. Now let's learn about the second form of ocean energy, that is wave energy. Now you might have seen that waves form in the ocean and they hit the shore with a very great force. Now these waves originate in the oceans and merge at the shores. Now the question is, what make these waves? The wind energy transfers its energy to the surface water of the ocean and hence waves are being generated. So, formation of wave is a continuous phenomena and they keep on forming in the oceans and keep on merge at the shore. So there is lot of potential in these waves and it is estimated that if this potential is fully exploited, then it can satisfy 40% of the world total energy needs. The advantages of wave energy is it is non-polluting and continuous source of energy. So it will remain with us for a long period of time. And the disadvantage of wave energy is the current technology cannot be able to utilize the wave energy efficiently and the equipment used in harnessing wave energy are very costly. So let's see how much you learn about this topic. So question number 1 is what is wave energy, and question number 2 is what are the advantages and disadvantages of wave energy. Now we will discuss about the next non-conventional source of energy, that is ocean thermal energy. So first we will discuss about the meaning of the word thermal. Thermal means heat. So ocean thermal energy use the temperature difference between deep cold ocean water and warm tropical surface water, and this temperature difference helps to generate the electricity. OTEC plants pump large quantity of deep cold sea waters and surface sea water to run the power cycle and produce electricity. So now let's see how this energy can be harnessed. When the sun rays fall on the ocean surface, the water at the upper surface absorb this heat and become hot, while the water at the deeper level is relatively cold. Now this creates a temperature difference between the surface water and the water at the deeper level, which is around 20 degrees Celsius. So we can use this temperature difference to generate electricity. Now to use this temperature difference, a plant is set up which operate on temperature range of 20 degrees Celsius. So here in this diagram, the cold water is of 5 degrees Celsius and the warm water is of 25 degrees Celsius. So here the temperature gap is of 20 degrees Celsius. Now in this diagram, 4 points are marked. First, warm water, second point, turbine, third, condenser, and the fourth one is ammonia pump. So first of all, the ammonia, which is a volatile substance, pump out from the ammonium pump and passes through the warm sea water. This warm sea water convert the ammonia into vapor state and then this ammonia is thrown on the turbine and the turbine starts rotating and produce electricity. Then the water from the deeper layer is pumped up and this water vapor is again converted back in the liquid and hence the cycle complete. So, by this cycle, we can generate electricity. The electricity thus produced is used to run our appliances. Now let's discuss about the advantages of OTEC. So first advantage of ocean thermal energy is that it is renewable energy. Now oceans are in full availability with almost zero chance of ever running out. The next advantage is it is reliable. OTEC is considered as the most reliable source of energy due to having minimal variations. Then it is a clean energy. The floating OTEC plant do not require natural gas, coal or any other fossil fuel to run, and hence the generation of electricity is free. The next advantage is it requires low maintenance, and the last one is it is environmental friendly, as OTEC plants are usually located in sea and away from the human settlement, so it is purely environmental friendly. Now there are some disadvantages of OTEC. The first disadvantage is it has high initial cost, as the cost of purchase and installation of OTEC is very high. Next, the small temperature difference, as the difference in temperature between the surface and deep water should be small, so this may produce electric energy with low efficiency. Next, harmful effect on marine life, as OTEC energy plant has pipes running down all the way to the deepest part of the ocean, so these pipes interfere with marine life. Now let's see how much you learn about this topic. So the first question is, what is the full form of OTEC? Second, which volatile substance is used in OTEC? Third, how much temperature difference is required to harness ocean thermal energy? And the last one is, why OTEC is better than any other renewable form of energy? Now we will discuss about the next non-conventional source of energy, that is geothermal energy. So what is geothermal? Geo means earth and thermal means heat. So harnessing the heat energy of earth is known as geothermal energy. Now you all might have heard about Yellowstone National Park, where hot water fountains come out of the earth automatically. In mountainous areas, you might have heard about hot water springs. Now, you might think that where does this water getting energy from? Now, when the surroundings are that cold that people are shivering over there and still there are hot water springs, so from where does hot water get energy from? Now let's find out. Now to find out, we have to go deep inside the earth. The answer to this question lies to the core of the earth. Now you all know that earth core is full of high temperature magma which keep building up continuously by radioactive substances or by vigorous movement of tectonic plates. So, when there is extremely hot magma pushes the rock above it, the rocks take the heat and becomes hot. So, when the underground water comes in contact with these hot rocks, this underground water converts into steam, and as the steam reaches the surface of the earth, then this will happen. Now we can utilize the steam coming out from these fountains directly to form electricity. So here we are getting direct steam, and in this case, in case of geothermal energy, we have to produce no steam. Hence, we do not require any external source, so we can directly use this steam. And then this steam is taken out at high pressure, and then we can release this high pressure steam to run turbine. So as soon as this high speed steam hit the turbine, the blades of turbine rotate and hence we get electricity. So here are the certain advantages of geothermal energy. The first advantage of geothermal energy is that it is environmental friendly. As geothermal energy is extracted from earth without burning any fossil fuel, so it is environmental friendly. Second, it is renewable source. So as compared to solar, biomass or wind energy, geothermal energy can be naturally refilled, which means it does not deplete like other energy form. Next, a large amount of energy generation. Geothermal energy produce abundant energy and eliminating the risk of shortage of supply. Next, we will discuss about the disadvantages of geothermal energy. So first disadvantage of geothermal energy is that it has high initial capital cost, as the geothermal reservoirs are very expensive. The next drawback is it may release a large amount of harmful gases. Now, as we know, under the earth's surface there is a large amount of greenhouse gases. So, the harnessing of heat can potentially lead to the migration of these gases to the surface of earth and thus pollute the air. So now let's see how much you learn about this topic. So the first question is, what is geothermal energy? And the second one is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of geothermal energy? Thanks for watching the video. Press subscribe button for more videos. Thank you.